Rancid Radio, this is Lars, Frederiksen. With me today, a very dear friend and a very great guitar player. Her name is Brody. She plays in the Distillers. How you doing today, Brody?
I'm doing good.
Well, first of all, tell us about where you're from.
I'm from down under, Melbourne, Australia.
And when did you come to America?
About 3 years ago.
And how you faring it?
I'm faring it good.
I'm trying to pick up on your lingo. I'm sorry. So, let me know. Tell everybody when you knew that you wanted to play music.
Well, I was always in love with music, and I grew up on like Madonna, when I was 8 years old, and I started with Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, and my dad would play Bruce Springsteen and shit, and that was pretty crazy. And I remember I had a huge crush on Roxette, but anyway. And I guess, at an early age, I was a language that I understood, and at an early age, too, I really wanted to speak it. And so, about age 11, I started writing poetry, and I learned guitar when I was about 13. My uncle made this fucking piece of shit guitar out of balsa wood. It looked like a train wreck, and it was really cool, and I guess it started there.
Well, what brought you eventually to, like, punk music?
Punk rock? I turned 12 in 91, so yes, I'm young, but I turned 12 in 91, and I guess what was blowing up then was probably like Nirvana and Hole, and I remember running through I was in this record store on Brunswick Street in Fitzroy called Polyester Records, and they had this junk bin, and I was going through the records, and there was a CD, and that was the Hole's first record, Pretty on the Inside, and that was just, I took that home, and that was just like, I think I blew my dad's speakers out, but that had such an impact, and I was just so attracted and so absorbed, it totally blew my mind. And I guess then, I got introduced to Discharge and Why. That was my favorite record at an early age, and my best friend's cousin had a collection of like English punk, thrash, like really hardcore stuff, GBH, Exploited, and every, Discharge, Discord, like every disc band, that could be, I fucking had on tape. And
there was a million of them.
Yeah, there was. I can't even remember it. I had like a billion tapes of that stuff, and it's, I was totally attracted to it, because at that age, I guess I was experimenting with sexuality and drugs, and, this punk rock scene in Australia, it was really small, but they would have this annual, like, pub fest thing, go around to every pub in Melbourne, and just by the end of the day, you'd be wasted, but it was just, it was something new and exciting. And
well, what was, were you in any other bands over in Australia?
Yes, I was in a band called Sourpuss, for people.
Whom we played with, Rancid did.
Yeah, we were really lucky we got to play with you guys. Just a all-girl band, I guess, and we thought we were playing really fast, but we really weren't. We couldn't strum that fast. It was really funny. But that was, that was my entrance into, the world of rock and roll and punk rock, and it was a pretty memorable time. A hard time, I was pretty obstreperous and insouciant. I didn't really give a fuck, but I made it through, and that was good for me.
Well, right now, Brody, I want to get into a track off your new record. It's called Idleless, right here on Rancid Radio.